14 months ago, we launched Little Warriors in Edmonton. And what a 14 months it's been. We've trained over 1,700 adults in our prevention program across Canada. We've had a positive impact on 17,000 kids. We have 70 volunteer trainers across the country that train adults in our prevention program. Last year, the media and a number of our friends are here today, and everybody knows when they're coming in. I'm very emotional because it's so amazing the support that you guys have all given Little Warriors and me. I think about God, it'd be 4 years ago now, and meeting with Global TV and saying, hey, you know what, like, Tim, I'm looking at doing this. I've got this plan to start this organization, but I can't do it without the media. And I'll never forget Tim Spells, he said to me, he goes, Glory, whatever you need, Global's there. And, we got that same response from The Sun, from Pattison, from Chorus Entertainment, from Shaw, and Chorus Custom Networks. Like, it was amazing. And they're not these people just aren't, give us free space. Rhonda is here from Global. She sits on our communications committee. They're partners, they're involved. And last year, to give you an idea, they donated over $4.5 million in advertising space to Little Warriors at no cost. That's amazing. So those are the stories that really touch my heart. That media that they ran for us to get people talking about child sexual abuse generated 3 million hits on the littlewarriors.ca website in 14 months. That's amazing. It's more than we ever would have hoped for. So I think it's so important that each of you know in this room, and lots of similar faces to when we launched in Edmonton, you have, each and every one of you has such a near and dear place in my heart. And honest to God, we couldn't do it without you. All the corporate sponsors, the media, everybody that's helped, and a number of them are in this room today. Those people that go to our website every day, they see that you're standing up for kids. They see that you're brave and that you're making a difference. And that's amazing. One of the things that when I was a little girl, obviously I'm a survivor of child sexual abuse, is that I didn't have the support of a community like everybody in this room. And I want you to know that all of you together and working together, you show so much hope to these kids, because these kids, if they're suffering in silence or if they're talking to people, you know what they're saying? There's a group out there, there's media out there, there's donors out there, there's people out there that are fighting for us every single day and giving us a voice. These kids, these survivors, they know that you're on their team. And as a survivor, I can tell you that means a lot. At Little Warriors, every single day is full with lots of ups and downs. And because every time we answer the phone, there's a good chance we're going to get a disclosure. We're not a disclosure agency, but you can imagine with all the media and the press that's out there, is people want to talk. They want to tell us their story. I can tell you that the stories are heart-wrenching, to say the least. I honestly, with my own past, I never could have imagined the pain and the emotion and the stories that are out there. And it's hard. And that's why I'm so proud of the staff, because to be able to take those calls, it's not easy. And you know what? The staff, they're brave, and they do it every day. But it's those same calls that really inspire us every single solitary day to do what we do and to do the work that we do. Because you think of those kids, the stories, the survivors, and remember that every single thing that we all do is about protecting them. One of the questions that I get an awful lot is what I think the definition of bravery is. I've done a lot of thought around this question, and my answer always is that bravery to me is a child survivor or an adult survivor sharing their story, because it's not an easy thing to do. Over the years, people that have spoke out, it's not been easy for them. And I hope that gets easier, because those survivors are the most courageous people that I've ever met in my life. And if I'm blessed for one thing, it's that my heart is filled every single day with the love of so many people, and the fact that I got to meet so many beautiful survivors. So at Little Warriors, we see bravery every single solitary day. And it is amazing. As a society, we have a responsibility to say, enough is enough is enough. For the love of God, these are our kids. These are our kids. When it comes to other, sicknesses that people may get, whether it's cancer or heart and stroke, you know what? It can be luck of the draw. When you think about child sexual abuse, it's intentional. People are intentionally molesting and raping our children. And it's our responsibility as a society to say, you know what, this is enough. To say that these stories need to stop. And the significance at the beginning with the blindfold is that's what it starts with. It really does start with taking off that blindfold and saying, you know what? My eyes are open. I'm watching. I'm going to get educated. I'm going to get involved. I am going to stand up for our kids.